and a shotgun. And
he was the king of Instagram, but will his secret that he hid from the world take that crown from him?
I had, pretty great success.
Some called him the real-life Tony Stark, who loves flexing his ridiculously expensive lifestyle. He bragged about hooking up with 10,000 women.
Yeah, I guess I said the same thing about Hugh Hefner, right?
He built his own cannabis company and even attempted to run for president.
Just because it would be like the last kind of box that I'd want to check.
But behind his guns, girls, parties, and cash is a dirty secret he's been keeping from everyone.
Dan Bilzerian, the globe-trotting, cash-stacking, gun-toting, Instagram-boasting, partying playboy dude.
But how the hell did he get this rich?
So how did you make your money then?
Playing poker.
Growing up in Florida, Dan Brandon Bilzerian had a good life. Thanks to his wealthy father, he and his brother enjoyed a lavish lifestyle, but it wasn't always good for him. During his senior year, he was thrown in jail.
Well, a machine gun and a shotgun in my vehicle on school grounds.
He was also enlisted in the Navy, but was kicked out 2 days before graduation. After his military stint, he started his poker career, and that's when his crazy story got even crazier. He started flexing his insane wealth, surrounded himself with lots of girls, and even showed extreme adventures. That at one point, he threw a porn star off his roof.
Oh my God.
You promise that you have to let go of the top of me.
And every day, his Instagram numbers were adding up. He claimed that his wealth came from his poker career, and he's a self-made millionaire. But people think something is not right with Dan Bilzerian's wealth. Back in the 1980s, his father, Paul, was charged with fraud and conspiracy. Out of his $63 million fine, he was only able to pay $4 million before filing for bankruptcy. After so many attempts, the government failed to find his hidden wealth. But before he went to prison, he was able to set up trust funds for his 2 sons. At the time, Dan's trust fund was already accessible, and coincidentally, Dan mysteriously won $50 million from a poker match, and his Instagram flexing started. Many people were convinced that all of his wealth he'd been bragging about came from his trust fund.
I never gave a how people thought that I got my money.
But what could be in store next to this man who has done it all? In 2017, he launched his own company that sells clothes, vapes, and even cannabis products. He also purchased a $63 million mansion with a tennis court and a garage that could fit an airplane. Weekly, his social media reached 400 million views and likes. That's when his luxurious life became even more extravagant. But it didn't take long for his secrets to start unraveling. As it turns out, his company was not growing and earning because he used its money for personal expenses like a yacht, travels, and even women. And to make things even worse, they found out that he's just renting the Ignite house for $200,000 a month. And his company slowly went down and lost more than $50 million. You see, people like Dan will lie about anything to keep themselves more appealing. But one thing is for sure, this kind of lifestyle is never gonna last.